All right, back for part four of the conscious consumer. And what we're talking about this episode is the uncomfortable reality. So let's get that theme music, come back right after, and get started.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Small businesses. Most small businesses, and we're getting to this the uncomfortable reality. Um, most small businesses work as hard as they can to make their clients want to come back. Family-owned restaurants typically serve way too much food. Small stores have policies like big box retail stores, which is crazy because a small store doesn't have the infrastructure to do free returns or accept damaged products back that were manufacturer's defects and not the fault of the business that actually bought the product wholesale. The customer could take the time to do what? Take that damaged product and send it back to the manufacturer and actually get it exchanged out for free. But most of the time, the customer brings it back to the small store and literally force that small store to be Walmart. Walmart can always take on a what? A damaged product. They have an infrastructure set up to take on those losses. But a small business does not. And what happens is a consumer doesn't think about the way a small business works because most of the time small businesses go way beyond what they're supposed to do, which means that there has to be a reason a small business fails. And I say that reason is convenience. What do I mean by convenience? um, when you need cold medicine, you automatically run out to a CVS or a Walgreens because it's on the corner. And since they're right there and they're everywhere, um, you just automatically go to that place instead of saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to run over to the locally owned prescription drug place because there are still small locally owned prescription drug places, but they're dying off. It's the Walmart effect in essence. When Walmart comes to town, small businesses tend to die away, and that's because we have a situation where I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's come back here. Let's think about music, drugs or prescription drugs. You go to the CVS and Walgreens. In music, if there's a opportunity for you to get some new music. Typically, you buy what you see on television or what you hear on the radio. And that's because the process of marketing is so strong, it drives your subconscious. When you need a pair of shoes, you are automatically reminded that LeBron James is the best basketball player on the planet. So you buy Nikes. And it's the same thing with a Michael Jordan Nikes. Um, that's why Nike's so big. When you begin to understand that marketing and convenience is what causes small businesses to fail, that becomes uncomfortable because it places the failure of small business not on capital, right? But it places it on what I'll call the comfortable consumer. So let me explain what the comfortable consumer is. Let's explain what they do. The comfortable consumer is not going to drive an extra 6 miles to have dinner at a locally sourced family owned restaurant. That comfortable consumer doesn't take into consideration what they are buying. I'm not talking about the product itself, but the service that they're buying. They don't take into consideration what they are buying. They buy because it's convenient and easy. It's right there, and taking time away from their lives to make an informed choice feels to be a waste of time. So the uncomfortable reality that I'm talking about is that businesses fail because of the comfortable consumer, which is it's not a leap to say that. And I think it's uncomfortable to blame the consumer versus saying the store didn't have enough money, the store wasn't in the right location. It's not that damages the store, it's the comfortable consumer. And that's because the comfortable consumer thinks like this: Why should I research what I'm buying when this bag of Cheetos is sitting right next to the cash register? What's the point of going to local restaurant X when Sonic, Zaxby's, Applebee's is right across the street? The comfortable consumer can change the way American capitalism works. So I want to leave you with these two questions. How do you change the comfortable consumer if you're starting a small business? How do you tackle the reality of being in business and dealing with the comfortable consumer? Think about those two questions, and I'll see you on the next episode. It'll be episode 5. We're moving along quick. If you dig the episodes and you like what's happening here, you want to see something change up, leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe, share it with your friends, and let's keep going deeper into this conversation on consumers. Peace.